What do a soggy sandwich, a passive-aggressive sticky note, and maybe your last fundraising email have in common? Nobody wants them. And that's harsh. I know. I'm sorry. But if your emails are getting ghosted by donors faster than a bad Tinder date, this is your wake-up call. Because here's the scary part. If you don't know how to raise money using email, you're leaving thousands on the table. And worse, you could be stuck spinning your wheels without ever knowing why. You're not alone. Most nonprofit emails fall flat. They're packed with jargon, light on emotion, and buried under boring stats that no one asked for. So today, I'm handing you the exact email template I use with my clients to raise 5 to 30K, often within just a few weeks. And yes, you can steal it. And I've been doing this since before Gmail was a thing. And if you want my support applying this to your own campaign, that's exactly what I do inside my fundraising fast track coaching program. And I'm going to leave a link in the description. But even if you're not there, don't worry. You're still getting the full email formula today, totally free. So here's the deal. You don't need a giant list, a fancy CRM, or a marketing degree. What you do need is a message that actually connects with real people and gets them to give. And that's exactly what I'm going to show you how to write. So ready to build your fundraising email that actually works? Let's dive in. Step 1 is start with a feeling, not a fact. And let's be honest, nobody ever cried reading our nonprofit served 325 individuals last year. That's not an emotional hook. That's a soggy sandwich of a sentence. Dry, cold, technically edible, but nobody is excited about it. Instead, you want your donors to feel something right away. So you're not writing a grant report. You're writing to a human being who cares, but only if you give them a reason to care. So instead of leading with a stat like that, try this. Imagine facing eviction with 2 toddlers and nowhere to turn. No car, no one to call, just a notice on the door and 2 tiny pairs of shoes waiting by it. See the difference? The first line tells me what happened. The second makes me feel what it's like to live it. And here's the trick. Your opening line is your one shot to earn attention and empathy. If you waste it on numbers, your email's already halfway to the trash bin right next to the sandwich. So what works? Painting a vivid image, a powerful quote, a moment of real human tension, something that grabs the reader by the heart before you ever make an ask. And when in doubt, ask yourself, will this make someone lean in or click out? Because if the first bite of your email is bland, your donor's not sticking around for dessert. Now, step 2 is keep it simple and personal. One of the biggest mistakes nonprofit founders make is they write emails like they're submitting a grant proposal to the UN. Formal, overwritten, packed with phrases like impact metrics and underserved populations. Look, I know your work is important, but if you want donors to read it, you've got to talk like a human. So here's the rule. Pretend you're writing to one amazing donor, not your whole list, not your board, definitely not a room full of foundation staff. Just one person who loves what you do and needs a gentle nudge to give. And use short sentences, skip the jargon, drop the paragraph that reads like your strategic plan. If you wouldn't say it out loud over coffee, don't write it. Imagine this. You're sitting across from your favorite sponsor. You're holding a soggy sandwich in one hand and your email draft in the other. So would you look them in the eye and say, we're thrilled to announce the expansion of our innovative service delivery model? No, then delete it. Try this instead. We just met a mom who had to choose between groceries and rent. That's not okay, and we're stepping in to help. Do you want to join us? Simple, personal, powerful. Donors give to people, not to perfect sentences. So drop the corporate speak and be real. It's the difference between another ignored appeal and a donation that shows up tomorrow. Step 3 is make one clear ask. Now, a lot of fundraising emails make a couple of mistakes, and that's either they don't ask clearly or they ask for everything. So things like read our newsletter, watch our video, share with your friends, and donate if you can. That's not an ask. That's a choose your own adventure with no ending. So if you want donations, you need one thing, and that's clarity. Just one call to action, not 5, and not hidden in the third paragraph. 1. So things like big, bold, click here to give. Your $25 gift provides a safe night, or help us close the $1,200 gap by Friday. And don't be shy. Link it more than once. Put it near the top, repeat it at the end. Make it easy for your donors to find and follow. Because here's the truth. A confused donor doesn't give. They scroll, they bounce, they ghost. So don't bury the lead. Don't make them dig. Make the ask and make it obvious. In step 4, add a deadline. Even if you have to make it up. So there's a little psychology secret for you. Donors aren't stingy, they're just busy. And when something doesn't feel urgent, they save it for later, which usually means never. That's why every good fundraising email needs a deadline, even if you have to make one up. So things like, we're $1,200 short, help us close the gap by Friday, or give by midnight and your gift will be doubled, or 3 days left to sponsor a student before school starts. Deadlines turn someday into right now. And no, this isn't manipulative, it's motivational. People want a reason to ask, they just need a little nudge. So before you hit send, ask yourself, why should they give today? If you can answer that, you're 90% of the way to the donation.
Quick pause and don't skip just yet. I've got to give a massive shout out to our sponsor, Click and Pledge, for making this video possible. So if you're managing peer-to-peer campaigns, text-to-give drives, donation pages, or even diving into Zoom fundraising, Click and Pledge has your back. With transparent pricing, super fast 48-hour payouts, rock solid security, and seamless Salesforce integration, this platform is seriously designed to simplify fundraising from A to Z. I use it, I love it, and I think you will too. So check out Click and Pledge today and see how they can elevate your fundraising game. Now let's dive back in.
And step 5 is show the impact. So you made the ask, great, but now your donor's wondering, what does my gift actually do? And this is where most fundraising emails drop the ball. They say things like support our work or make a difference. What does that mean? Donors want to know what they are making possible, not what to do, but what they unlock when they give. So things like, this puts groceries in the hands of a single mom this weekend, or your $50 gives one teen a safe place to sleep tonight. Be specific, be tangible, and be donor-centered. So paint the picture. Let them see what their gift will do, not in vague mission statements, but in real human results. Otherwise, your big ask just lands, well, like a soggy sandwich. So here's a simple starter structure that I use in real campaigns. And that is, I start with that story or that emotional hook. And I talk about why this matters right now. I use one clear link to ask, what their gift will do, the urgency or deadline, and then a thank you with a warm sign up. And quite often I'll use the PS to repeat the call to action. That's it. No fluff, no long-winded history, just a real message from you to your donor with heart, clarity, and purpose. But before we go, I have to caution you on a couple of things of what not to do before you hit the send. So don't over-explain. If it takes 5 paragraphs to explain your mission, your email's doing too much. And don't forget mobile. Most donors are reading on their phones, so keep it tight and scroll-friendly. And make sure your email actually lands, because even the best written appeal won't raise a dime if you're stuck in the spam folder. So up next, I'll show you how to avoid that spam folder and reach more donors so your emails don't just get opened, they get results. Now go write your next email using this template, because your mission is too important to be ignored. And if you're new here, hit subscribe for more tips to help you raise more with less stress. Drop me a comment. I'd love to know your favorite fundraising email subject line. And I'll see you next week.